What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just doing a little bit of housekeeping, just cleaning up, you know. Getting ready for to record some stuff. Show people my build out. A hummingbird. Checking out the water. Hey everybody, I'm Noah. This is Responsible Nomad. I'm going to be doing a tour of my truck build out and kind of showing you some of the detailed aspects of it and take all of the parts out so you can see that it can come apart easily. Some quick information. This is a 2014 Ford F-150. I have the 6.5 foot bed, and this is the high top Lear topper with the wind doors, sliding wind doors. So I can get a lot of ventilation, and the headspace in there is really great. All right. So as you can see, I'm sitting on my bed, or my bench when I'm in office mode or cooking. Nice seating. And I have plenty of clearance here. I am 5'11", and it's very comfortable. I think I attribute some of that to the fact that the F-150's bed is much deeper than like the Tacoma's by, I want to say, like 4 to 6 inches. So it's that much more space in here. It's very comfortable. So from the topper, so I have T-tracks on top so I can have the rack, and I bolted through where the old bolts were. I got longer bolts, and I built in this little cabinet here. So of the parts in the build out, this is the only thing that is actually like affixed to any structure here. Otherwise, they use each other so that they remain in place while I'm driving. So I have separate sections in here. I wanted to be able to remove all of the pieces. So the first, which you won't see from your perspective and you won't see for a while, is actually I put one layer of plywood on the bottom. I think it's just 1/2 inch, nothing crazy. I just didn't want to deal with the bumps or, you know, of the truck bed. So I got the cabinets like I mentioned. This is one section from here to here that can pretty easily be pulled out, and it kind of locks in to this closet. This closet just has a bunch of like open spaces. Love putting my dirty laundry down here. It's easy access. And I have a simple magnetic clip here. And then the last section is my bed. And I have access under my bed. I have a lot of storage there. So this really offers a lot of storage in the truck. So I have a 3-inch memory foam topper, and against wood, just the topper alone isn't enough. So I have open cell thermarest and closed cell. And I'll be pulling these out, pulling everything out so you can see, but I just kind of have some pretty simple you know, hinge pieces of wood here so I can access everything. And it's all the way up the bed. Okay, I also want to show you what kind of keeps the bed. Overall, they're pretty steady when I drive, but they'll shift a little bit. And excuse me, I do have these bed extensions here, and that really locks everything into place while I'm driving, and it lets you know, this bed sleep too rather comfortably. And I'm going to put those in right now so you can see. This is 3/4 inch plywood, and I just have some like long you know, piano hinges, long hinges like this. So this offers quite a bit of space for 2 people. Yeah. Okay, so this is an end shot just so you can see I have the tongue and groove stuff here supporting this side, and then just this piece of plywood supporting that side. And when the full mattress is on, if I don't want to, you know, take things on and off all the time, there's tons of storage on this side as well. All right, one thing I wanted to keep things simple. I don't have any drawers, just open spaces that will conveniently hold stuff. And so part of that is my food. I don't have a drawer, but I did get these containers that easily slide. So I have fast access to lots of food and storage in this way. It's simple, and I recommend it if you don't want to get too complicated with things. That's it. All right, well, that was the first time I've actually taken everything out since I moved in. So come look at all of my stuff. Well, this is my little shower. It's getting warmer. And these are the built pieces. Is that a water strider? Yeah, must have gotten the nice angle. It's a water strider. Alright, well, anyway, so they look kind of weird by themselves. Maybe not the bed, but I know that the closet thing sure does. What a weird little piece of wood. So as you can see, mostly what I've done is 2x2 construction, and then put the plywood facing so it kind of looks nice. And when it's all together, yeah, it kind of gives a nice complete look, even though it's very simple and by no means put together by an expert. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit more about the construction of the individual pieces. I had access to some tongue and groove boards and thought it would look really nice to, you know, have that be the bed top, side of the bed, and include some on the closet. Yeah, so thanks to Ian and Rachel for that wood. All right, so back to this build. You can see it's very simple, like I had mentioned. Yeah, little 2x2s. I do have some 2x4s where there's going to be like the most weight on the edge. And I happen to have these from another build. I bought an old 4Runner that had a build in it, so thanks Kylie for those pieces. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Kept this open so I could slide things in. If you wanted to do a drawer system, Like you could easily, you know, just put runners in there and do a drawer system. On this side, I think it's worth noting, it was really interesting gluing all these pieces. I actually messed up. You can see down at the bottom where I messed up. I made this before I actually got the topper, and this had gone all the way here, and then when I put it in, when I installed it after the topper was installed, it wouldn't lift up. The topper lip extended too far, so I had to redo that. So what I was worried about, my framing, I have frame here and here, and I was worried that this being the outside, I'm not going to put a lot of weight on this typically, so I wasn't that worried. But I did want to make sure that I like screwed these enough so that, you know, there's not too much flex. Because normally the leverage on that, if I put weight here, it would snap those boards, pull them right off. And I actually think the tongue and groove aspect helps rigidity with that as well. And you could easily do this with plywood. Just, you know, cut out pieces and make it happen. On the shelf and countertop unit, I have, let's see, the top I did seal. Oh, the shelves, so this is just a face plate, and otherwise the shelves are very simple. I'm going to flip it around so you can see the framing, and it's just 2x2 framing, and then the, I don't know, it's like, I think it's just 1/2 inch plywood. Just rests on the 2x2 framing down here. So it's nothing fancy, very simple. And because it was so easy to move around, I often would just like slide it up, this little piece, the top of the wheel well goes like right here, and I literally just like moved it, checked it, drew a little line, sawed it off, checked it, recorrected. So that makes these smaller projects really easy. And you can see the simplicity of that faceplate. It'll just hold on to items so they don't shake out of there. And this section where I can keep a water container and my propane. Home. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you want to check out my website, it's responsiblenomad.com. It'll be linked in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram at responsible_nomad. Thanks for watching.